Hey friends, how are you? Welcome to Car Therapy. So let's hang out with our child selves a little bit. People are asking me a lot for more help hanging out with that part, working with that part. One of the ways to do it is the triggers that happen to us in the moment. A whole collection of feelings come up and we look inward, we swivel in instead of attacking the person who triggered us, and the trigger method helps us look inside, putting words to those feelings. That's one way to do it. That's in the here and the now. But that same part of us is our child self, because no one can make us feel anything that we don't already feel. Another way to do it is from the past forward, is to spend some time thinking about the past, different memories. So let's take that angle for a second. Many people grow up in an environment, it's very just common, it's a natural thing a lot of people fall into as they're parenting kids, is to focus on the negative, to focus on what's not happening, what's not going on, pointing out to the kid what they got wrong, how they need to do it right. If you do, if you do this, then you'll get it, otherwise you won't get it. If you do such and such again, then punishment's going to happen. A lot of fear surrounding the negatives. But a lot of discussion and talking and awareness of something that's not happening or not going on, or a lot of highlighting of the bad. And again, it's not intentional. And even I see, modern day parents, who do reading, who are trying to build up their parenting skills, can fall into this. But think about it. When a child grew up in an environment, and you know somewhat of the environment you were raised in, but as you're in such an environment, there's a lot of focus on how you're getting it wrong. There's a lot of focus on how you're messing up, not getting it quite right, and this leads to a lot of self-doubt. It leads to a collection of that day in, day out, year after year, of I just don't measure up, or there's something off with me, or I don't feel valid, or there's something lacking in me. Now, it's not to say that there wasn't loving moments and wonderful moments. It's just that's a message that came through, and a lot of people, that's all they knew as they were trying to parent their own kids and do it in the best way. But if you were parenting in such a style, think about that, the use of punishment, or what was focused on a lot as a kid, or as you think about being punished, because oftentimes it was an intense emotional experience getting punished, or rousing the anger of the parent, and so therefore there was a lot of emotion around it, and so you remember it more, and you remember those memories of being a kid. But think about those experiences, and was that not a part of the experience you had as a kid? And therefore that same kid here and now is still playing out those same memories, living out that same dynamic, still wondering, am I good enough? Did I get it right? Will I get the reward? So anyway, that's another way to get into the moment and into the present moment, be aware of the child in me, is to think back at how it was produced, what kind of environment was in my home surrounding, what was focused on a lot. And if there was a lot of focus on what's lacking or what's missing, very often our child self in the here and now continues to be a child living in that environment, so to speak, feeling, it's not good enough, it's not quite measuring up. Let me know what you think in the comments.